Hey, thanks for joining Tusken TV. I'm Sam, and this is Bub to my left or your right.
Hello.
And we're going to be doing a top 21 for 21 action figure list today.
Yeah.
All right, so we're back, and we have made a list of all of our. Actually, you know what? You go ahead and explain how we made this list.
Oh, well, this was my idea. It's altogether 21 figures that we've chosen as our favorites of the year. I will do my top 11, and Dad will do his top 10.
And that's how we're gonna do it. And I think he's gonna have some honorable mentions.
Oh, yeah,
that he kind of chose, and so he's gonna check those off his list first. So hey, first of all, we want to give a special shout out to a couple people before we get this video going. I want to give a shout out to Pack over there at 3 Live Stream, M3 Review, Big Stan. Love you guys. Thanks for having us on your show all the time. I want to give a shout out to Collecting Raj, Kato's World, everybody who's out there that's watched us or gave us comments down below. Hit that like button. We appreciate you guys. And a very special thank you to Steve over there at Toy Base 10. He's our unofficial sponsor of this episode. We appreciate all the good deals you give us throughout the year. To everybody else, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everybody. And Happy New Year to Steve. And hey, keep on trucking. We appreciate you, and we appreciate the deals you give us when we go in there. And we love that store. It's one of our favorite stores. And I also want to thank a couple other stores for kicking it off, because we pick up a lot of toys from them locally. And I think one of them, besides Toy Base 10, I want to give a shout out to Jason over there at Amazing Action Comics. Always gives us good deals. Eli at Retro High Five Guys. I think that's in the store. But Eli, appreciate you, bro. And David Anderson at Cosmic Collectibles. So we just want to give a special shout out to all the local toy guys doing their thing. And in Tulsa area, the Vintage Toy Mall. Love that store. Have to stop in that store every time I go there. So huge shout out to the community. Huge shout out to the guys that help us keep collecting and keep us into this game. So we appreciate you guys cutting us those deals. Now on to the list.
All right, so do you want to start with my honorable mentions?
Yeah, let's hit your honorable. I got one honorable mention.
Okay.
So
well, I'll go by this real quick.
Okay.
My first honorable mention is Omega Supreme. He didn't come out this year, but I got him this year.
Oh yeah,
he's pretty cool. But I wanted to prioritize figures that came out this year.
Got you.
The next honorable mention is the Ice Cream Truck Mudflap and Skids. Again, they're on the honorable mentions, same as Omega Supreme.
That was a good pickup.
Scarlet Witch, Surtur, Hulkbuster, and Combiner Wars Devastator.
Awesome.
They're all pretty good, but there's a few on my list that just slightly edge them out, and that's it.
That's awesome. I have a pretty solid list for this year, so I have a pretty solid list for my top 10 of the 20 of the 21. But my honorable mention that I was going to put in was going to be my upside down Masters of the Universe He-Man I found in a small town in Oklahoma.
It's over there.
Yeah, and a lot of people thought it was a fake, but I have a video of it where I found it. It was the weirdest find that I had. I love error cards and stuff like that with Hot Wheels, and to find an action figure was pretty insane to find it. And that's one of my cool ones. So that's my honorable mention that I have for my list. So let's go ahead and hit down your list. Now, You're going to start with number 11.
Yeah.
And so what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to either add a picture full screen or add a little picture of the ones that we got. So when he says whatever number he is, I'm going to put the number, and then we're going to put a photo of the actual action figure that we picked up.
Oh yeah. Also, ground rules. This applies to any toy that came out this year or any toy that we have gotten this year.
Yeah, got you.
So it could be like an old toy that we got this year. It can go onto the list.
Awesome.
So my number one, or not number one, 11 is the McFarlane Toys DC Universe Peacemaker.
Ooh, it's a good one.
He looks cool, but he's at the bottom because McFarlane's engine or articulation is a little janky.
Sometimes can be.
It looks pretty good. And
matter of fact, if you look behind us, there's a Peacemaker right there, right above. It's right above Leatherface and Johnny Nada, but he's actually got a Christmas outfit on, so sitting right up there. So that's your number 11. Go ahead and hit us with your number 10. So we're going to hit it off with your number 10.
My number 10 is Marvel Legends Modular Iron Man.
Oh, I don't remember what that one is.
It's the one from the 90s show. It's very shiny.
Oh, awesome.
I like it. It's pretty cool, but it's kind of like just a standard Iron Man.
That's very cool. And once again, we're gonna have a photo up here somewhere. But that's awesome. And do you remember when you got that one?
It was Christmas.
So he got that one. Oh, you got it for Christmas just the other day, Christmas, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. That's cool. So here's my top 10. I got a top 10, and my number 10 is a tough one. I had a whole tough list because I've got some really good stuff this year. I picked up a lot of good things, and so I had to really dwindle it down and kind of work. Some of it's I kind of bundled up stuff. But my number 10 is the Walgreens exclusive Diamond Select Bruce Lee action figure. And he's actually up there somewhere. And I love that action figure. It comes with some nunchucks, some awesome Kung Fu grip hands, and some good posing. The only complaint I have about it is his peg's a little small and he doesn't have a really big base to stand him on. And I want to do him a kick, but he keeps falling over. But other than that, great action figure. He looks great. I actually want to do a review over that figure. He looks so good. And I like that he has got the butterfly joints. So that's really cool. Number
9 for me.
Yes.
My number 9 is Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom Black Arachnia.
Oh, that's a good looking figure. That is a really good looking figure.
I put on it because they did a retail Black Arachnia figure that actually looks decent in robot and spider mode and isn't that cost worthy.
It's a great looking figure. It really is. If you guys haven't seen that figure,
plus I also just like Black Arachnia. So
it is, yeah.
Favoritism.
It's a good character. All right, so my number 9, it was a tough one. Like I said, I found some really cool stuff, especially towards the end of this year. I found some really good stuff. But I'm gonna have to put my number 9 is the Ninja Turtle Retro Van. That's right, Playmates Ninja Turtle Retro Van. I picked that one up at a Walmart. We actually went there together, remember?
Yeah.
And we were looking for a Transformer for you.
We were looking for Tigatron.
Looking for Tigatron. Didn't find it, but I did find the Ninja Turtle van and I had to pick it up. So that was my number 9. Number 8.
My number 8 is, well, Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom Tigatron.
Awesome. Tigatron.
He's a good Tigatron toy. That's all. It's like, there's not really that much complex reasoning as to why he's there. He's just a solid Transformers toy.
And that's a good one. And when did you get that one?
Also Christmas.
Christmas time. Pick that one up.
Although unfortunately mine has a error. One of the tiger eyes is mispainted, so it has like a cross-eyed look. But yeah, he's a pretty cool toy.
Yeah, it's a cool one.
Came with a gut gun, unlike poor Cheetor, who didn't come with it.
Oh, that's sad. All right, so we're going over here. We're on to number 8, right? Number 8 for me was pretty cool because we actually picked it up on vacation, and we're going to call it a business expense. It's actually a prop.
Yeah, the business expense.
It's a Disney Parks exclusive. Picked it from Disney World. It's way up top up here, but I'm going to post a picture about it, and actually it's going to become part of our new intro that we're working on.
And we also did a video that I am unaware if we actually posted.
It has not been posted yet. No. I have been horrible about editing, and it's going to be up soon. And I really enjoyed it, and it is the Disney Parks Sandcrawler with Jawa. And he also includes a Gonk droid, a power droid. And so it was a really cool figure that we picked up. Toy set. It's really cool. Has lights, canopy's open. It has a mechanical motor inside of it. It's really, really cool. It actually makes Jawa noises and stuff. So I had to pick that one up. So that is my number 8.
My number 7 is Marvel Legends Spider-Man No Way Home Doctor Strange.
Awesome.
It's a really good Doctor Strange figure.
It is.
Looks significantly better than the past few MCU Doctor Strange figures. Came with the orange circle hands and the really good photo real face of Benedict Cumberbatch. And it's a really good figure.
So when did you pick that one up?
I got it in November.
Okay, and
it was after vacation.
And I actually got that one for Christmas. That's a cool figure. I actually really like that one. I actually kind of forgot about it.
The only thing that kind of sucks is that the mustache is mispainted on a lot of them, and also the mustache can be very easily rubbed off. But
yeah, I was going to tell you guys, we're kind of picky collectors, so a lot of times.
Well, we're spending like $25 on this.
True, you spend quite a bit. You want to have a good paint job on it.
Hasbro's going to
Granite toys, but
put the price higher, then I expect better quality.
Exactly. All right, so I'm going to go with. Oh snap! That
almost had another accident.
No, almost had a fiasco going on here. But number 7 for me was really cool because it's actually a small Transformer. It's a core class Transformer, and it is Soundwave, and he is really cool. And I actually got that in my stocking for Christmas, and for some reason. some of these are coming up that we got at Christmas, but we've seen them throughout the year. But I got one.
I got mine like a while ago.
Yeah, you got yours a while back.
Pretty neat little Soundwave toy.
I love it. It's got a laser beak in it, right?
Or the little cassette.
Yeah, so it comes with a little cassette in it, and it's gonna have a picture of it, so it's gonna be very cool. So
you now have a small Soundwave, medium Soundwave, and a large Soundwave.
All right, number 6 for you.
Well, my number 6 is shared by 2 characters.
Let's hear it.
That's because they're very interchangeable for me. It is Studio Series Jolt or Studio Series Dino/Mirage.
Oh, very cool.
I put them both on the same spot because I like them for the same reason. They're toys that have finally gotten accurate looks for their movie counterparts, and they're really just solid toys.
So pretty much you put that as kind of a tie.
Yeah, they're a tie.
So it's a tie.
You can interchange them. I like both of them equally for the same reasons, but yeah.
I can see that. I have one that's on mine that's a tie too as well.
But it's just nice to finally see a good Mirage and Jolt toy that look like how they're supposed to.
That's awesome.
And yes, I call him Mirage, unlike some people.
So, I mean, you really like that one. Is there a reason why you like that one and put it in that spot? It's just a good representation.
After 10 years, ever since I was a child, I've always wanted a good Dino/Mirage and Jolt toy.
That's very cool.
I finally have them, so.
He's got them. And I'm going to go, I should have probably ranked this one a little bit higher, but I didn't. And it's one of my favorite figures to come out in a Marvel Legends period, and that is the Zombie Captain America. The original looks fantastic, but when you repaint it, even better. That's one of my favorite figures. I love how you can see the bones and the ribs, and
he has the holes in the legs.
The holes in the legs, so you can see his femur. And it's a wicked looking figure. It looks scary, and I love zombies. I've always loved the zombie aspect in the horror genre of movies. I love zombies, so to have them come out with the Marvel show and then also have the Marvel action figures that go with it, I love it.
Yeah.
And what's yours?
My number 5 is Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom Galvatron.
Awesome.
He's a really good Galvatron toy. I would have him in number 4 or 3, but he's at 5 because of the issue with the shoulders.
Oh,
if
yes,
that wasn't
I remember
an issue,
that.
Like a mass issue, he would have gotten higher. But since that was an issue, I put him lower. But he's just a really good Galvatron toy.
And you had one that was messed up at first, but you eventually replaced
found one that has the better shoulders.
Yeah, so
it seems like they finally fixed that. And he is getting a re-release in Legacy.
Oh, awesome. So tell them, if people don't know, the Galvatron had an issue. What was the issue with the shoulders?
The shoulder was put backwards. So there was this awful looking hole in the shoulders where the pin is put in when it's supposed to be the other side.
And for Bub, that was a huge major issue.
Yeah, because and
it wasn't obvious to me until you pointed it out.
It's just unsightly, as well as it's $50. There shouldn't be this massive issue of every Galvatron toy you find having reversed shoulders.
And what's funny is when you look at it, when I first saw it, I was like, oh, that's not that bad. And then once you look at it and you explain it, it's like, oh, it makes sense. Yeah. It is pretty bad. All right, so I am on number 5 as well. And I'm going to go, this is a really tough one. It's one of my favorite 1980s genre characters ever to come out. I loved him. He was such a pop icon. And that is Mr. T in the Masters of the WWE Universe action figure toy that came out. That is one of my favorites that I happen to pick up. I love that figure. It's one of my favorites. And I love Mr. T. I mean, it reminds me of my childhood. But the Mr. T was so cool. I love it. I love it. And he was actually in the display case for a long time, but I'm moving stuff around. But he'll go back in there. But that's one of my favorite figures. So number 4 for you.
Okay, my number 4 is on your list, actually. Is Marvel Legends What If Wave Zombie Captain America.
Boom.
I really like the figure.
Yeah,
it's very really posable. It looks great. I would put him at number 3. But I did like a lot of customizations for him.
Yeah,
so
same with me.
He would only be number 3 if he included that, but based just out of the packaging, he's number 4. Really good figure.
I was going to say the same thing with my Captain America. I have him at number 6, but I probably would have did higher if it was including the customizations that I did with mine. But it is a good figure.
And yeah, I really like the sculpting with the holes in the legs and the exposed ribs, as well as the blood they put on.
Yeah,
although
really
it's
cool.
More like a pinkish shade, but still.
Yeah, they kind of went video game blood with it, if you guys know what I mean.
Whereas we can't put bloods on a kid's toy, so let's just make it pink, and then it's just some strange fluid on them.
Yeah, like what is that? No one knows what that is. What is that?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna go. I got number 4, and my number 4 is a tie. So I had a number 4 tie, but it's what's funny is a tie. It's the same action figure. It's the John, the John or the Johnny Nada from They Live, from Hasbro wrestling figures, or the NECA figure. And I actually have both of them behind me. I love those figures so much. Over here is the over here is the wrestling figure, and over there is the NECA figure. I just love those figures. It looks so good. The only issue I have with the wrestling figure, his hand is oversized, so it looks kind of like what did I say? Like bulky. So it's bulky than it should be. And then the NECA figure, the paint, if you take the gun and put it in there, I watched so many videos on the reviews. They said you use a heat gun or a hair dryer to loosen up the hand, put the gun in. Me being who I am, I didn't do that. And I put the gun in the hand, and then some of the paint fell off, so I had to repaint the hands. So
I did that actually.
Yeah. Oh, did you do that?
Did you asked me to repaint it.
Oh, you repaint? Okay, I messed it up. You repainted it. So that's how it goes sometimes. Number 3, what you got?
So my number 3 is Transformer Studio Series 86 Grimlock.
Dude, such a good. Was that really 20? Was that really 21?
This year, the beginning of this year.
Wow.
It didn't feel like it because I had to look it up. I was like, oh wow, that did come out this year.
You know what? That's funny because it's such a blur, because I was trying to remember when I got that Transformer, because it's one of my favorites, and I could not remember when we got it.
But yeah, he's basically a masterpiece at retail, and he's a great Grimlock toy.
Great Grimlock.
The only annoying thing is that he didn't come with the sword. That's it. But it's a great Grimlock.
Yeah, if it didn't come with the sword.
He scales very well with the rest of War for Cybertron in 86.
Most definitely.
And yeah, he's just like a good Grimlock.
I really like that figure, and he said it didn't come with the sword, which it didn't. But I found a third party that did 3D prints, and that we actually have swords. So he's got a sword with his, I got a sword with mine, and I actually got the extra front teeth.
Yeah.
So it had like, I think it's like missing 2 of the teeth on the bottom. And I got some to put in there, but that is a really good figure. That's one of my favorites as well. Number 3 for me. So let's go to number 3. And this one is oldie but goodie. Like he said, it's toys that we picked up this year, not necessarily toys that came out this year, but toys that we picked up this year. In this one, it's a huge thanks to Steve at Toy Base 10. I actually went in there. We just went in there to go hang out and look that day, and we didn't know what we were gonna find. It was recent, and Steve, being an awesome guy, he hooked us up. He actually gave Bub a really cool figure, a claw, and he gave it out. He said Merry Christmas. It was awesome. And then of course I had to buy some stuff. If he gave Bub a figure, I was like, I gotta buy some stuff. And I asked him how much he wanted for the Hellboy, and he gave me a really good deal for the Hellboy and a Wreck-It Ralph Fix-It Felix Jr. And I'm gonna have to go with number 3 is Hellboy with a trench coat, and I love that figure. It's actually behind me, behind my head with my other Hellboy figures, and I love Hellboy. That character has a special place in my heart. Just that whole movie series, I love that one. And we're talking about old school Hellboy too. So, or Ron Perlman and
the good one.
Yeah, Del Toro. Is that what it is? Yeah.
Yeah, Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah, his movie. So that was my number 3. What is your number 2?
My number 2. This one is one that I've wanted for a while since I started collecting Marvel Legends MCU figures, and they finally did it this year, and I really like it. It is the Marvel Legends Infinity Saga Quicksilver.
Yes, that is one of your favorite figures ever.
It's one of my favorite ones. Very poseable. I love the diaphragm cut, so you can get in a lot of like smooth looking running poses. All pinless. Comes with drop down legs, so you can have them like with a better what is it? Like have his leg a little bit higher up.
Articulation?
Yeah, like some better articulation. Only downside is the head, kind of, because the head sculpt itself is good. It's the paint they put on it that make him look a little weird.
It's the applications.
Besides that, I really like him, and finally he had gotten a figure after 7 years?
Yeah,
since
and that's
the movie
one
came
that
out.
And that's one that Bub kind of always wanted.
Yeah,
and you did get a custom. You made a custom.
I made a custom one of I took a Quantum Realm Captain America, painted it in Quicksilver colors, got a custom head, put it on it to look like, oh, what if he got a superhero costume or whatever.
Yeah, and it looked really cool. So has that one taken over your spot with that figure, the new Hasbro?
Yeah, the Hasbro's
taken over. That's
And,
a cool figure.
The only annoying thing is didn't really come with many accessories besides the broken Ultron parts. But
yeah,
I would have preferred like running streaks instead of the Ultron parts.
Yeah, like a blur action.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or maybe lightning looking things coming off from something a little different. All right. So number 2 for me. Number 2 for me was one I waited for a long time. When it first came out, it was super hard to get. No one can find them. People were fighting, pushing down grandmas, leaving their kids in the car, running in the stores and getting them. Now I don't know about all that, but it was really truly a hard piece action figure, this, ensemble display or action set to find. And I got it for Christmas, but I knew we had it for a long time. And that was the He-Man Masters of the Universe Castle Grayskull. I've been wanting that forever, and I finally got it. And it's actually sitting behind me, right behind me back here. And I love that thing. It's so cool. I always wanted one when I was a kid. My mom couldn't afford that kind of stuff, so toys were secondary. The necessities were always taken care of first. But now that I'm old enough, I'm able to get that stuff. My wife actually picked me up that one. That's actually my number 2, and I love that thing. Even though it sounds crazy, but I love that thing. What's your number 2?
Or number 1.
Oh, you're number 1. I'm sorry.
Right,
number 1.
My number 1 figure of 2021 is Transformers Studio Series 86 Hot Rod.
Oh, yes, with the trailer.
No,
right?
that was Rodimus Prime.
Oh, no, I'm totally wrong.
Now, before, I had Rodimus Prime on my list.
Oh, okay.
But then I decided to change it because Rodimus Prime is cool, but he's a bit overpriced for Commander class. But with Hot Rod, he's like, what, I think $35?
$35.
And for $35, you get, I think, the perfect Hot Rod toy that comes with the Matrix of Leadership and the blast effect, as well as the swappable hand so you can have the buzzsaw, as well as his like repairing thing.
You surprised me with that one.
Yeah, I put him on here. I watched a video from, I think it was like Transformers Slag podcast or whatever.
Awesome.
He had this Hot Rod as the number 1. And that convinced me to put Hot Rod on my number 1 because it is objectively the best Hot Rod toy in my opinion.
That's I don't really,
because it's the perfect look for Hot Rod, and it comes with a bunch of stuff.
It is a perfect look. You're being honest, and I'm gonna be honest too. I don't really like Hot Rod.
Yeah, I don't really care
like
for him either.
them, but you got that figure, and I was like, man, I need a Hot Rod.
Yeah, like they didn't have to put in you can open up his head and put down his like visor and then close it.
Yeah, you
didn't have to put that in there.
Didn't have to, but
or
it's
the
there.
Opening hand so he can hold the Matrix, so he can recreate him opening the Matrix.
Yeah,
from
you're
the
not
movie.
lying. I forget it. I kind of forgot about that figure, but yeah, that's the only. I think I have 2 Hot Rods, and that is the one I posed with the. You actually posed it for me with the Matrix. Oh yeah, you can kind of pull up from the side. We're gonna have pictures of these, but he's gonna go ahead and show you a little bit. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can. Yeah, so he's got the Matrix there, man. That's like one of the coolest figures. We'll throw another picture up here and get you guys a better view of that one. But that is a really cool figure. We might stack little videos in between these. I don't know, but a good picture will do it justice. That is a really good figure. All right, so I'm gonna go with my number 1, and my number 1 was a tough one, but I wanted something that was like the retros, the remakes. So obviously there's He-Man. He-Man has some good stuff to him, and it has some bad stuff. It has more articulation, but it's not always the best. The one I went with that I was looking for the most, and it was so hard to find them, was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles retros, and I love them. The paint isn't that great on some of them, I'm not gonna lie, but the feel of the actual figure, the accessories of the figure, all are just like how they were the vintage style. So that's what I loved about them, and that's why I put them on my number 1. They're very much old school. There's no new graphics. There's no new points of articulation. It's like you move the arm, you break it off like you would back in the old days, and you throw it back on. And that's why I love that one. And I was never able to complete a whole set of those when I was a kid. I think I might have had one, but now I have all of these new ones, and I have the van. I'm hoping they make a Casey Jones, but I only have Raphael, Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo. Mikey was the hardest one for me to find. Mikey was the hardest one, but that is my number 1. And man, we had a great year with action figures, looking for stuff and picking up stuff, getting good deals.
Yeah, a lot of controversies as well as with the toys this year, like the Rancor.
Oh man, and, the Rancor, the Black Series.
Some of the controversy over the Sentinel.
The Sentinel. And you know, what was the deal with the Sentinel?
The knees.
The knee
They
joints.
didn't put like proper ratchet, so
yeah,
like, he would fall over.
He would fall over. Yeah, so there's some big deals with like the production. So yeah, there's and I think that's been all around, but definitely toy production has been a little bit lacking, especially with the expensive toys. One figure that I would like to, I totally forgot about, not a figure, but it was a toy. It should have been my honorable mention. It's not going to come out for a while, but I did buy it, but it's not going to come out for a long time. And that's the Ghostbusters Afterlife Proton Pack.
Oh yeah.
I did pre-order that one. I broke out the credit card,
the $400,
and spent about $450 after shipping. And then I actually pre-ordered the wand, and that was total. It's probably about $600. But
Jesus.
but you know, it's one I always kind of wanted to get.
It's going to be a once in a lifetime
type thing.
Otherwise, they're going to be paying who knows how much.
Yeah, and if I went third party with it, you know, right now with the custom packs, they're about $2,000 to $3,000. And this one, you know, it's a toy, but it still looks cool. There's a lot of things I like about it, and I think it's actually worth it. And so that was one that I really liked. And one thing I liked about this year was, even though like you had everything going around with you know, everybody before with lockdown and stuff's not being open, we got to go to a lot of cool toy stores and talk to people like Steve and Jason over there at Amazing Action Comics, and then called Dave on the phone and hooked us up with the Hulkbuster. Remember, he was on vacation. He hooked us up with a sweet deal on the Hulkbuster. So hey, we appreciate all the guys that are out there in the toy community that are passing along good deals and, you know, keeping the spirit of the toy community alive. So we appreciate you guys. We appreciate all the viewers and the channels that support us. Big shout out to Pack over there at 3 Livestream and M3 Review and Big Stand, and then Kato's World. Big shout out to you guys. Kato's World's blown up for some reason. I know what it is, bro. You're putting in all the work. That's what it is. And Pack putting in all the work, man. You guys are doing a good job. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys sponsoring us, and we appreciate everybody out there. And keep supporting our channel too.
Before the video ends, I forgot to mention my dishonorable mentions.
Oh snap! He's got a dishonorable mention. So
I have 2.
Jerk moves.
First dishonorable mention is Kingdom Tracks. The knees are awful. I hate that they put the product code on him and you can't even remove it.
Yeah,
the legs floppy and like overall you just kind of And then my second dishonorable mention, which it's not one figure, it's a whole wave. The Marvel Legends Eternals wave.
Oh my gosh. Go to the store and find 75 of them on the pegs right now. Here especially.
But yeah, that was it.
And my dishonorable mention, I'm going to go ahead and do a dishonorable mention too. I'm going to say distribution at Walmart.
Oh yeah.
Ain't so hot, bro.
Like the King Shark Walmart
Not very
exclusive
good.
that never appeared. Or
never seen it.
The Bloodsport.
What about all those action figures I found on clearance before they were even out?
Yeah.
Thor, or the in-game battle Thor. Found him clearance, hadn't come out yet.
Or like I think we found Spider-Man stuff on clearance too.
Wasn't even street dated. Was clearance. McCready from NECA found it. Wasn't street dated. Found it for $11.
Yeah, or Sideswipe that we found, and he was just like there, and he was $11 for some reason.
Yeah, but hey, get your stuff together, Walmart. We still buy stuff from you.
Yeah,
I actually kind of like finding those clearance deals.
Jerk moves.
But yeah, once again, appreciate all you guys watching. Want to give a big shout out to all you guys at the toy stores that are hooking us up with the deals. We appreciate you guys. We appreciate all the channels that support us, and we appreciate all the subscribers that, you know, hitting that like button, hitting the comments. Appreciate you guys. And thanks to the 2 guys that bought some shirts. I don't know who you guys were or where and are, but appreciate you guys buying those shirts from us. And hey, always remember, man, keep your fingers crossed and your eyes peeled and stay on the hunt. And until next time, we'll see you guys later. Peace.